Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm the RV Wingman, former campground owner, old, pretty much retired guy who has fumbled my way to success, reasonable success I guess, by making lots and lots of bad decisions and failing at many things in my younger days. And I'll continue to fail, I'm sure, in the future. But this channel is based upon honesty and hopefully integrity, me steering you to the right people that I think that you can trust if you want to buy an RV, sell an RV, and try to help you avoid future problems that could be life-changing. So today I'm probably just going to pontificate a little, but if you like thinking, if you like listening to people try to express themselves, hopefully some of what I say is going to resonate. I used to do a lot of things that were like, wingman wisdom, and I still talk about it from time to time, but I think wisdom is so critically important in life. And why is it that young people don't have wisdom? Why is wisdom so difficult to get? So I'm watching this series on, is it Paramount Plus? I guess everybody's pretty much seen it that's got Paramount Plus, but I didn't. I'm watching it now. It's called Hell on Wheels. And I love it. I love it. I'm addicted to it. But there's a scene in this movie. It's not about trains. It's about something way bigger than trains. It's about human struggle and all the things, the ups and downs of life, and how people, no matter how good your plans are, you get blindsided by life. It's kind of like that way in RVing because it's that way in life. So there was this scene in the movie Hell on Wheels, or the series Hell on Wheels, where this Chinese guy is giving a little bit of advice, if you will, to somebody. And I wrote this down. I actually took a picture of it with my phone so I would be able to talk about it. He said that by 3 ways we learn wisdom. First is by reflection. Second is by imitation. Third is by experience, the most bitter of them all. Think about that. It's so simple, so profound. The first is by reflection. But what do you have to do to reflect? You have to pause. You got to turn off the music, the sound. Get away from the distractions. Meditate. Reflect. And you can learn from that. But most of us can't do that. Life is busy and it's loud and noisy and distracting. And we don't do that. The other thing is we can do it second by imitation. You can find somebody, you go, they got their stuff together. I'm gonna kind of follow some of the things that they have done, their pathway in life, until you find your own pathway. But that takes time too. So what do? We already know it all, right? When we're young, we know it all. And then we make these monumental mistakes. I'm sure you've made some, I've made some, and we have that experience. And isn't it bitter? It's very bitter. The sad reality is, for many of us watching this channel, we're in the 4th quarter of life. There's not a whole lot of time left. And people, they're beginning to reflect more and more. And they dream of that RV and what it can represent. And it can represent many, many good things. So I got this email I want to read to you. I've been communicating with this guy for more than a year, but I really do respond. If you've got a question or a situation that I might be able to help you with or give you some perspective on, if you will contact me and scan that QR code, find the link in the description down below. I read every email. I try to get back to everybody. I really do. And so this man's email back to me kind of spurred this whole monologue today. So it says, what he's doing is he's looking for a motorhome now, used motorhome. He was recovering from a health situation for the last year, but now he's back on my radar screen. It says, he says, thanks for the update, back and forth. He says, on another note, I really appreciate the info you provided when it came to selling my motorhome. While I live in California, the market is horrible in this state. I took my motorhome to PPL in Cleburne, Texas, and was extremely impressed by the dealership. Thank you for your profound research and providing a dealership that treats people as people. I've owned motorhomes since 1991, driven them professionally to dealerships all across the USA and Canada. Do you have any ideas where I can find a good dealership in Washington, Oregon, Arizona, or the Western U.S. for a used Class C gas motorhome, 15 to 25 foot range? Regards, JR. First off, I'm going to say the truth. I think that we all want to have a quick, easy answer. Well, he told me to go to PPL. He said to go. All I got to do is just show up. They're going to give me this 5-star experience. Well, they might. But you have to do something too. I love PPL. I love the dealers that I work with. But you have to take responsibility. Please don't take my word for anything. Do your own research. I love the people that I work with. I do. But they're flawed people. And not everybody's happy. I think by far, more people are happy than not. But to just say, well, they told me to do it, that is a recipe for the most bitter way to gain wisdom of all, right? Experience, and it won't be good. So, what advice did I give JR when he's looking to find this dealership in the western part of the U.S. to find a good used Class C motorhome? And my wife tells me, she says, honey, you speak in riddles. You don't answer questions. You either extremely direct with no explanation, or you speak in this long answer, this riddle. And I said, well, that's because the answer is pretty clear to me. But the riddle is there to make you think, to hopefully get you to think, and then you make your own decision, good or bad. So this is what I said. I'm going to read you pretty much verbatim. Hey, JR, thanks for your kind words. Glad to hear your experience at PPL was a good one. The team does a fine job. It means a lot knowing that you felt respected and well treated. As for your hunt for that ideal Class C gas motorhome, well, you've got your sights set in a good direction. And I think you've got the wisdom and experience to filter out most of what doesn't belong on your radar. That's half the battle right there. Don't you think it is? You got to know what you want. At least whittle it down like JR has done. But here's where it gets tricky. Here's the one thing. And you already know this, finding the perfect RV is a lot like snipe hunting, I said. The more we look, the more we start looking for just a little bit more. More features, more storage, fewer miles, fewer flaws, and before long we are chasing perfection in a world where every RV has something wrong with it. Does that sound familiar? Truth is, they are all going to have issues, just like people. So the real question becomes, what issues are you willing to deal with? And that's my question for you. When buying an RV, what questions or what issues are you willing to deal with? Because you will deal with some of them. Nobody has an RV and doesn't, well, it's perfect. Don't have to deal with anything. Just put fuel in that motor home and drive on down the road. It doesn't work like that. And this is where my riddle part, I guess, comes in. And it's not intentional. It's just the way that my mind thinks. I said, that's where the balance comes in between what we hope to find and what we can realistically expect, what we want and what we're willing to pay, what we imagine we'll do with the RV, what we'll actually do with the RV, where we'll store it, who will maintain it, what setbacks we're equipped to handle. It's just a balancing act. Sounds easy, does hard. And I don't know anyone who's nailed it perfectly. But here's a strategy I think works for folks like you. 1, have your finances in place. Get your finances in order. 2, line up a good RV inspector ahead of time. Figure out what you're going to buy and find an inspector. There's lots of them online. Just do your research. 3, be willing to walk away, even if you spent good money on the inspection. A recent example is I have a very close friend who is trying to buy a home. It's got to be in this certain area, and he certainly has these parameters price-wise and that kind of thing. And he is looking for the perfect home. And he called me last night. Says, there's no perfect home out there. I said, how long you been looking? He says, months. I said, well, you can stop looking because you found your answer. There is no perfect home out there. The laundry rooms are too small, or the bathroom's in the wrong place, or no kidding. There is no perfect home. There is no perfect person, no perfect RV. Again, the clock is ticking on you. It's ticking on me. We are in the 4th quarter. And so many people are looking for that. Well, now I want this. And now it needs to have this much storage. Now I need to be able to tow something. Whatever your list is, if you're looking for perfection, you will not find it. The other side of that is if you accept, well, you know what? I can accept that laundry room that's a little bit too small. Could you really? Our minds are crazy things. We can talk ourselves into stuff, and we can, man, have a regret in the future. And I think that's where one of the ways wisdom comes from. It says, on a side note, I've been told more than once I don't always give the answer people want to hear, but maybe something closer to a riddle. I'm no philosopher, but I found that people are unique in their quirks and predictable in their habits. I try to live somewhere in the middle, not easy to do, not always successful. To me, the glass isn't just half full or half empty. It still has water in it, and it's our job to either fill it, protect it, or let it run dry. Wishing you the best on your next chapter, blah, blah, blah. So that said, I want to bring up some things that I'm hearing. RV dealers, even the best RV dealers out there, are telling me that they have never seen buyers more adversarial in their lives in decades of being in the business. Buyers are ugly. They're demanding. They feel entitled. They walk in and they think that there ought to be a red carpet rolled out for them. And perhaps it's because of some YouTube channels that paint a picture that all these manufacturers are out to do is steal from you. That is not true. It's not true. Somebody said I was chasing clicks. That's bull you know what. I am not chasing clicks. I am chasing the truth and honest conversation with good people that go, you know what? He might have a point. Maybe. And sometimes I'm off my rocker. I know. If I was chasing clicks, I exposed Camping World. I was not the first person to expose Camping World's dirty tricks and things they do. I was not. I won't be the last. But I was the first person that went publicly and said, look at this terrible deal. Look at this RV. Look at that. But I didn't want to focus my entire channel on that. I don't want to do it on happy talk and ice cream and unicorns and everything's great. Let's just buy an RV and life's going to be perfect. I want to build this channel about something that's real, that's honest. And for some reason, honesty doesn't go over very well with the algorithm. And I'm okay with that. So I'm not chasing clicks. This is a virtual campfire. And the people around it, for the most part, are pretty good people. They are. Flawed, experienced, opinionated, guilty. All those things. But to walk into an RV dealer in an adversarial way and you want to be treated good, that's not a good idea. Go in armed up here, equipped with knowledge. Look for things that you're uncomfortable seeing. If you've got your sights set on a brand, any brand of RV, I promise you there will be people online that will be criticizing that brand. Oh, it's the worst thing ever and I'd never do it. You got to figure out, like living long enough, you got to figure out what is true from BS and find your way forward and always keep your eye on the clock. Because now there's less time on that clock for you. I recently made friends with a man in Georgia, an older guy. He's an ex-Marine. You know, if you see my videos, his name's Jason. What a good man. Good man. And my heart breaks for him. He made some stupid decisions, if you will. But he's not stupid. He just didn't know any better. He put his trust in Camping World. And now his life is eaten up with worry and anxiety and, I don't know, PTSD and all kinds of things. Because he made the wrong decision. But it was his decision and he has to live with it. I'm going to try to help him. I'm continuing to try to help him find a pathway forward. He's, I think, 76 years old. So he's further down the game of life than I am. But he told me, he said that he thought that he had 3 good years left where he could go out and enjoy an RV. How many years do you have left that you could go and enjoy an RV? Do you want to be like Jason and run out and make he didn't think it was an emotional decision. He thought he was making the right decision. I think most of us do right before we go, oh my God, what did we do? But he found out and he traded his dream for a nightmare. And now part of that 3 years is being eaten up, tick, 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 with delay and deny and requests and being ignored. On the other end of the spectrum, you don't want to be like the person that's looking for the perfect RV, because when you find the perfect RV, Your time may be almost up and you can't even use it. So the truth is you got to be balanced, don't you? I mean, or you can live like most people do. You only live once, might as well do it. Let somebody else fix it. Let somebody else deal with it. It never quite works out as easy as many people think it's going to, does it? I don't know. Again, I am not chasing clicks. I know this video is probably going to do terrible in terms of the algorithm, but I'm hopeful that you will find a place around this campfire, as small as it is, to find like-minded people that have made lots of mistakes, and we've got opinions, and sometimes they're pretty coarse and ugly, and we call people stupid when we shouldn't, and we know that, but we do it anyway. One of my favorite quotes is from a guy that I'm not even sure if he's still alive, but anyway, he would ask the question, it was a riddle: why do we do what we do when we know what we know? Think about that. Why do we do what we do when we know what we know? We know it's wrong, but you still do it. And I think that is the riddle here. The time is running out for all of us. You, me, all of us. Don't chase perfection and really expect to find it. Don't be an asshole when you go into an RV dealer. But don't be an idiot that goes in and believes everything they say. Go in well equipped. Know your finances. Have an inspector lined up. Take your time. Don't take possession if the thing isn't functioning at 100% campground ready level when you buy it. Don't do that. I do videos with people that have got the courage to come forward. Most of them feel stupid. And it's okay. It's okay. You know why? Because all of us can make those mistakes. Most of these people are not the most articulate. They've never done an interview before. Many of them don't even have an email. But they do have a story, and they have a heart. They have a conscience. They do know what feeling ripped off is like. They do know what making bad decisions is like. And I do these interviews to help you go, oh my God. Not to criticize them, but to have some empathy for them and others who just don't know any better. So I'm going to leave it there, I think. Oh my God. Sorry for the long video today. I do appreciate you watching very, very much. Do not purchase an RV out of emotion. Do not post a comment on social media when you are emotional. Don't do it. Think about it. JR, thank you for your email and for following me and for having your place around this virtual campfire. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And I hope that the riddle that I wrote back to you about staying balanced and always keep your eye on that clock makes some sense. Thank you for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. Bye-bye, everybody.